You're watching coverage you can count on. This is News Channel 15's Nightcast.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm LaMar Holliday. A Columbia City High School football player remains in critical condition after getting injured in a Friday night game. An Indiana State police officer was arrested for having sex with a 14-year-old girl. Isaac Martinez was arrested in Morris, Illinois. We're actually going to prove to you that this road is now open, and so far it looks like it's smooth sailing from here. He was actually shot right in this area right behind me, known as the Circle. I was just told that the robbery took place at the Diplomatic Post Office, which is right behind me. Scott says the shooting took seconds but felt like minutes, but every moment of it was caught on tape. So the question is, are you going to take the posting down? The officers were out here, several of them, of course, talking to witnesses to piece together this investigation. Just take a look at this here. Skid marks still remain in this driveway, showing exactly where this driver hit this garage door. After talking to drivers today, they say they're sick and tired of seeing all this. The road closure signs, these orange cones. For the first time since his injury, the Columbia City football player who needed emergency brain surgery spoke to News Channel 15. It's day 13 of the government shutdown, and the U.S. is just days away from defaulting on its loans. Amanda Minch is renting a home in the 4800 block of Eastwick. She needed some work done on her lawn, so she called Benjamin Byerline of Home and Lawn Services Saturday. Monday night, someone came to the door and said the home swing set was for sale on Craigslist. Minch was immediately suspicious.
Just typed in his name on Facebook, and when it came up, I scrolled down and there's my swing set.
Byerline was asking $450 for it. Neither Minch nor the owner she's renting from had given him permission to sell the set. The posting was still up, so we decided to see if Byerline would try to sell it to me. Hello, is this Ben?
Yeah.
Hey, I was calling because I'm interested in the swing set.
Okay.
How much are you selling it for?
$450.
He told us to go by the house, take a look at it, and if we were interested, to give him a call and he would make the sale. That's when we confronted him. Trying to figure out why you're selling this family's playset and they haven't given you permission, so. Byerline says Minch told him to take the set out to level her ground, and he assumed the set was his to sell. You want to see if the homeowner is home?
More likely, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Just before we knocked on the door.
Actually, I'm the owner of this house. I am the one that called you.
Okay.
You just told him I never called you.
I told him that they never called me, that you had called me at 10 o'clock at night and told me to take off the listing, and that I didn't know who you were, because I've never done business with you. That's what was said to you.
You never said that to me. You said, I will call Amanda to find out what's going on. I flat out told you I'm the owner of this house. She's renting it. You asked me, do I live here? I said, no. I said, I am renting it out. You go, well, then I'll just call Amanda to find out what's going on.
So the question is, are you going to take the posting down?
Absolutely.
Eventually, the homeowner's wife called police to defuse the situation. Minch says this should serve as a warning to everyone. Do your research on people you do business with. What usually sparkles, at least underwater, isn't always gold, but in this case, it's an old city that's in the spotlight.
It is a very nice location. It's very beautiful here.
It's the first time I've saw it, and it's a pretty neat experience.
Remnants of buildings, old trees, and even roadways that would be under the Solomoni Lake are now clear to see. The city is even visible from the bridge off of State Road 105. This is what used to be Monument City. The DNR says the city was bought by the Army Corps of Engineers and torn down in 1965 to create the Solomoni Reservoir. Jeff Turner brought his family to see the history of a town that went under.
Just something to see what was here and the different types of foundations that was used.
Around this time last year, it would have been very difficult to drive down this very road. That's because the DNR says this would have been at least 8 feet underwater.
To bring the current lake level back up to that point would probably require about 5 to 6 inches of rain.
But until that happens, the city will become like some fish because of the drought, out of water. Shattered glass and bullet hole after bullet hole. A vivid reminder of what happened at TGF Mobile last night.
Getting the customer situated, somebody just swings the door open, man, and just starts shooting.
James Scott is the owner of the store. He was right in the line of fire. Scott says the shooting took seconds but felt like minutes, but every moment of it was caught on tape.
Definitely ain't really trying to look at the barrel of a gun, so just pretty much instinct, dive down, hit the ground.
This is exclusive footage of the shooting. In the video, you can see the one man, a customer, didn't have time to react and was shot. He was taken to the hospital and has since been treated and released. What might look like a scene from a movie, now a troubled reality.
You talk about putting a buzzer on the door so that you can buzz people in, and a lot of different safety measures.
He wants action to be taken to bring senseless acts like this to a halt, and he says it starts with people in the community.
Whatever leadership role anybody has in this community, I'd love to see us unite, whatever it takes. No big I's, no little U's, just peace.
You're watching coverage you can count on. This is News Channel 15's Nightcast.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm LaMar Holliday. Alyssa is off tonight. A Columbia City High School football player is in critical condition tonight after getting injured in last night's game. 2 men are hurt after a crash last night in Kosciuszko County. Police say a car pulled in front of a pickup truck, causing it to roll over and hit a utility pole before coming to a rest in a soybean field. Now check this out. A man faces 7 charges after he led police on a moped chase in Fort Wayne. Continuing the dream. That's what tens of thousands of people, including more than 100 from Fort Wayne, gathered in Washington, D.C. today to do. News Channel 15's Erin Rogers caught up with some people moments after the rally finished, and she joins us now with an inside look at their experience. Erin.
LaMar.
Thank you so much, Erin. A Columbia City man made the catch of a lifetime during a recent fishing trip. Jeff Melvin caught an endangered large-toothed sawfish shark last spring off the Florida shore. News Channel 15's Randy Spieth has more on why this is such a special find.
Jeff Melvin, Randy Spieth, News Channel 15.
Well, it definitely was a beautiful day to fish, but I can't imagine catching anything that big. What about you, Jesse?
No, I can't imagine that. And luckily, in the forecast, no Sharknadoes either.
Oh, good
Our
news.
producer is happy in the back. I know she is, and some of you.
All right, Jesse, we'll see you there in the bed. Decatur celebrated the 100th anniversary of its Peace Monument today. The idea for the statue came up just after Memorial Day 1912. A local car dealership, church, and 100 kids are teaming up to send a message to the community. In response to the city's violence, New Beginnings Church of Fort Wayne initiated a project called Alive 100. And we'll be right back.